Welcome back to the Inner Alchemist TV. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look into Harper. You guys know I've been curious about his chemistry, if there is any, with Melody Shari Rogers, or Melody Rogers Harper, or Melody Harper. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, I wanted to take a look at him and see what he was about. I don't know much about him. And thought I'd pull some cards on this late night spread. Just a little something to do. I think I want to do Candace Owens, maybe sometime in a couple days. I don't know, something about her keeps pulling on me as well. But anyways, that's what we're going to get into. So please go ahead and like the video. Also, make sure you're subscribed and that you have your notification bells on. All right. So Harper is... it's so hard with tarot because you know the overall energy of the spread, but it's like you still have to like create the story. So he's coming in as the Four of Cups in reverse, and that card is clarified by the Six of Cups. So the Four of Cups to me is showing me that he has like some type of like insecurity on the emotional level. You know what I mean? There's something about him where he becomes suspicious when it comes to love and things like that. I think that's because in the past he had got with like people who were really pretentious, you know what I mean, who were kind of like using him and saw him like as an easy lick or in an easy type of way. And I think this kind of triggered him emotionally because he had a mother figure or something like that kind of like often let him down or often didn't come through for him, you know what I mean? So I feel like he has basically his guard up. I'm not gonna say he's not emotionally available, because he is. He's emotionally available because he's in what some of us would call like a feminine energy. And men, he's not gay. I'm not showing anything like that in this spread. What happens in the future, I'm not sure, but I'm not showing that. And then also, you guys are absolutely right. He does love Melody, but it is a platonic love. Maybe a deep love, but platonic. And I show that really is because he wants to, maybe like, he doesn't want anybody to parent with him, or he doesn't want to have any children with somebody or something like that. But I think that this is a secret. And I don't know if he, like, when he gets with women, I don't know if there's like always a conversation of kids that comes up, but I show that he tries to avoid conversations like that as well. Now, what's moving him is that he is in like this kind of nurturing phase, you know what I mean? Where he may be caring for kids or caring for people who are sick, or he's feeling like he's in like a supportive, he feels like he's in like a supportive role as a man right now. Now with Melody, she's coming in as a high priestess and the Ace of Cups in reverse. I feel like he's trying to like love her until she loves herself, you know what I mean? But he's doing this from a friendship perspective. He's not doing it from a perspective of let's, you know, join our kids together and be the Brady Bunches. My kids need a mom, your kids need a dad. No, he's perfectly comfortable doing his thing alone. But as a friend in her life, he feels like she doesn't, or she didn't at one point have like a lot of self-love or self-care, you know what I mean? And I feel like as a friend, like I said, he wanted to kind of like, he wants to love her until she loves herself. He wants to like bring out the best in her, and he enjoys seeing her just gain knowledge and watching her refine herself as a woman, and kind of like she's kind of like keeping it tight, you know, keeping a tight lip, keeping a lid on everything. He finds her to be very mysterious, and he's intrigued by her, you know what I mean? But his intuition is like telling him that she needs to be nurtured, or she needs to be cared for, and that she doesn't need like somebody like pushing up on her, or she doesn't need any sexual energy, basically, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So he's elected to be a platonic friend. And that's the extent of what they have together. So you guys are right. Okay. You guys are right. Now, I don't know if Hill is working on there's a card of imprisonment here, and there's a Six of Wands. I took this personally as him. I don't know what, I know you guys said he's in politics, but is he working on something like prison reform, or he's working with something where there's something where he's like trying to like come against the establishment. I'm not going to say like he's a whistleblower per se, but there's like this energy here of him like telling the truth about what goes on in like certain systems or something like that. And over him or crowning him is this Nine of Swords energy. And sometimes that can represent like a sense of imprisonment. Obviously he's not imprisonment. In addition to that being coupled with this Six of Wands, which is a card of victory, I was feeling like, is he trying to do something like reformation in the prison system, or if that's part of like his political agenda, or a campaign or something like that. But it looks like he has something to do with like fighting like some type of like government, or like I said, some type of established powers or something like that. Definitely he has like a strong opinion or strong stance on something politically, and he's been clashing with some type of higher ups as far as like ideas. And I show that maybe he's like been sidelined or put on the back burner or overlooked or made to be like some type of like outcast or something based on some of those strong opinions, or based on like standing his ground. You know what I mean? The problem is though, is that his opinion or his go along attitude is attached to his ability to like network or make money or do grants or lobby or something like that. Excuse me. And so every time he fights in a certain direction, it's like a certain financial loss that comes with that. You know what I mean? So I feel like he may have like lost ground politically, or he may have lost some type of like political funding based on his agendas or his objectives or something like that. But I feel like something is like taken away from him in some type of way. And that's not even the first card that I saw of him like being, he's having some financial problems, but I feel like he is a person that like covers that up or doesn't want people to see that or know that, or he doesn't carry himself in that way. He just kind of, lets on that it's all good, I got this, or things are better than what they are. That's just his personality. It's just kind of like to cover it up and make it like everything's okay. I'm not showing that he necessarily wants something from somebody else. It's just that he likes to keep it together, so to speak. You know what I mean? He's also, I think he has a lot of suspicions though. Again, I think this comes from that kind of first energy that I was talking about with that Four of Cups. Some of his fears are unfounded though. Some of his guardedness that he has. I think that I feel like he was in a situation in the past where people like played up to him, or played up to like some type of vanity or ego, but they were just trying to get access to something in him, or something like that. You know what I mean? And from there, I feel like he's just very apprehensive when it comes to people and when it comes to kind of like love situations or even relationships. You know what I mean? I feel like maybe even like he's afraid of being accused of something. There's some type of like looming accusation or some type of running rumor. I don't know if the rumor is about his sexuality, maybe. You know what I mean? As far as I'm seeing in this spread, I don't show any funny business with his sexuality, but there's like some type of accusation that's like a well-known thing that he's always had to like run up against. And it's unfounded. But I feel like he puts people in a position to like have those doubts about his sexuality because of how guarded he is within his relationships. Even in the relationships, he doesn't really let people in. And again, I believe it's because of his mother figure. He was like let down a lot by his mother figure. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like he develops like a very trusting or emotionally deep relationship with women. You know what I mean? I feel like he more so is embodying, this is Empress energy, so Taurus Libra energy. I feel like he more so embodies the quality of a woman to supplement the fact that he didn't necessarily have like a nurturing or someone to really come through for him the way he was. Like he had to like become it or do it himself. You know what I mean? Like I said, all men have a feminine and masculine side, and women have feminine and masculine side. If you're a single mother, you do it with your masculine side. You pay your own bills, you go to work, you got to protect your own family. You do that with masculine energy. So it doesn't make you a man. It doesn't make you any less feminine. It just means that you have to operate within a certain side of your brain in order to accomplish necessary tasks. With him, his necessary task was like to nurture. You know what I mean? Like he has a strong desire to nurture things that are wounded, you know what I mean, or things that are helpless. And I think that's where it comes in with like children or even sick people, or like I said, it could be people in jail or women with broken hearts, you know what I mean, or women who suffer with like some type of like self-esteem issue or mental thing. I don't want to say like, I don't feel like he seeks out downtrodden people. I feel like he's just a magnet. I ain't gonna call him an empath, although he could be. I just wouldn't go that far just yet, you know what I mean? But he very well could just be an empath, but he seems to be a magnet for a certain type of excuse me, a certain type of person. Yeah, so that's kind of like his vibe, or where he is now, or what he has kind of like going on, right? I feel like with this, he has the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Now, you guys know that's my decrease card. That's like a card of like less money, less opportunities. And this particular card deck, it does take on a slightly different meaning, but it takes on the same meaning from the perspective of, I think that there was some type of like loss of support, or like I said, if he speaks on certain topics or he advocates for certain things, he doesn't get as much financial backing as when he talks about different things. It could be too, I mean, when you think about the whole gay rumors, could it have been that he was like, they were trying to like draft him to be like a LGBT whatever spokesman, and maybe there was a certain monetary value attached to that, but he didn't want to be the face of that, and so he ended up losing a certain amount of like political support or money or something with a campaign or something like that. But within his environment or even his work environment, relationships, he just feels used. He just feels used. He feels like people want to get with him, fulfill their purpose, and then push him to the side, and he doesn't necessarily feel like he always like gets his worth out of situations, you know what I mean? He feels like everybody's looking for something easy, and nobody really wants to put in the work, you know what I mean? So that's kind of like how he feels. Now, in the recent past, he was coming in as a King of Swords in reverse, or at least that was the energy of the past, and that was clarified by the Strength in reverse. So these are both two cards of like a weakened disposition. You know, the King of Swords in reverse is a person who, I feel like he was like a victim of some type of rumor or something, because there's two cards of accusation, and I don't know if there was like some accusation or some rumor or something that affected his career and caused him to like get blackballed or lose some certain opportunity, because it's like a blackball energy in this spread. I don't know what that's about though. Like I said, I don't know him. I don't know anything about him other than his name. I don't know. Now, the King of Swords could also be an attorney, or somebody like a teacher, a lawyer, a counselor, anybody with like a mental gift or a gift of gab, a speaker or something like that. I don't know if that's something that he used to do as far as like employment is concerned, but again, I feel like there was some type of like scandal, and it wounded him. It's some type of gossip or something, or like a situation where people were like playing people against each other, or maybe he like fell in some type of trap where he was being used against somebody else. And I think he ended up ostracized because of that. I don't know if he was used in like a work setting, if it had to do with like, you know, women. There's not a lot of women in the spread. There's one woman in the spread. This is a woman, like I said, it's the High Priestess. This is a woman of secrets. You know, this is a woman of a mysterious, countenance, I'll say. I don't know if she has any influence because these cards are kind of like adjacent to one another. I don't know if there was like some secret scandal involving some women, but this would have ended quietly. But it would have been a situation of him quietly leaving a workplace or quietly removing himself from an opportunity. And like I said, being either blackballed or sidelined because of that, or something inappropriate, or something crazy happened. But it looks like it was some type of play where he was maybe used against somebody else, or somebody was used against him, or something like that. People have also been very antagonistic towards him. You know what I mean? I don't know. To me, I'm getting like a sense like he's been like pushed around a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know. It looks like he's been pushed around a little bit, and a lot of this looks like it's surrounding his career. But I don't know. I feel like he, because of that, became like antisocial or something. Or remember I was talking about like kind of like a suspicious, paranoid energy. I feel like he is a recluse. You know what I mean? I feel like he doesn't really fool with people that much. Maybe that's even why he, just is in this nurturing energy, or just wants to take care of people that are brought to him. Maybe he's the type of person to where if you want something, give it, like if you want a hug, give a hug. But he's like the type of person to where the energy he gives out is what he really needs. You know what I mean? So even though he's afraid to receive it. So for example, he needs to be nurtured. But he's too suspicious and afraid to let his guard down and receive that. And so what he does is he gives it out so that the energy of nurturing is in his environment, but that he's in control of it. You know what I mean? So he thinks that it won't hurt him in some type of way. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. But listen, you know that song by Jasmine Sullivan when she's like, let it burn, you can't go running when it's your turn? Whether it's love, career, your kids, when the universe is ready to orchestrate those experiences for you, when it's your turn, it ain't no running. It's nowhere to go. It's gonna get you when you're time to get that, get that lesson. You know what I mean? I feel like with him, his lesson is he needs to like hold his own. You know what I mean? I feel like he was in situations where it was just hard for him to hold his own. You know what I mean? But I feel like he was dealing in like a mental arena, like, like politics or school, like I said, or dealing with high-powered people who didn't necessarily have like the intuitive or sensitive nature that he had. I feel like he's more sensitive or emotional or something like that. No less strong, but it's kind of like easy to like bully him in a lot of instances, and like I said, or get over on him or use him. And because he's had those experiences in certain arenas, he just doesn't want to deal with people anymore. None of them. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's almost like the world is reflecting that back to him because he's been sidelined as well, or blackballed as well. So it's like those two things are like working together. It's like, y'all don't want me and I don't want y'all. It's mutual for him. You know what I mean? He has that energy about him. Yeah, but I feel like most of it with the strength in reverse, this is saying like he needs to strengthen his inner core, at least in the recent past. You know what I mean? So that he can overcome and come out on top, because in all actuality, he might be the better man. And then you know what else? Is he a philanthropist? I don't know. I'm getting like, you know what? This Six of Pentacles, maybe he's not the philanthropy. I think maybe this represents his maybe campaign fund, or, because it looks like he survives off donations in some type of way. Now, I know that a lot of politicians live off donations or, gifts or grants or something like that. There's something with him like getting grants or something, or he's going to be like given like a gift or something. There's something he's working on, and I feel like he's going to get it done. I feel like he's disciplining himself, but there's some type of money that he's trying to draw in. Wait, did the event that he had with Melody, was that like a fundraiser at all? Because with this 6 of coins here, this is like donations. Was that a fundraiser? I don't know. You guys tell me, because I don't know what that event was about. I know there was an event, and I think somebody in the comments said, I don't know, but this is like him. I feel like he's trying to get some funds or some donations or support of something, of some type. Like he's asking for some type of support in something. You know what I mean? And I feel like he's still going to get it. There is still some opposition. I don't know why he has some what happened with him? Something happened with him, because he has some strong ops that do not want him in the game. Like, I don't know, like somebody, like, is this some type of competition? I don't know. Somebody like wants him out the way. I don't know who this is or what this is about. But I'm showing that he's coming out on top, or that he's overcoming, or that he's maybe outsmarted whatever this person or this energy is. Or maybe he's like went around and found other ways to get like the donations or something like that. I'm looking at the 9 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. And I feel like maybe he's like found some other way to get some type of support, because he was like closed off or denied some other type of support that he was going after, that he expected, you know what I mean? Or some type of connection that he expected. And I think it has to do with the past too, because he had that 6 of Cups here to start with. And the 6 of Cups is also an energy of dealing with something from the past. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know if he took a break and he's going back in, but there's some type of energy from the past that's like lurking around, like his enemy or his opponent. I don't know if he, you know, they're in politics. He has to compete or run up against somebody. Definitely somebody in his energy that he can't trust, or somebody trying to steal something from him. I don't know if they're trying to steal an election with the 7 of Swords and 5 of Swords, or they're trying to like make it like it's even, you know what I mean, like a hung jury or something. They're trying to make it like the votes were even or something, and they have to do a coin toss to like cheat him out of it or something like that. I don't know. There's something weird going on in the whole political arena when it is him. Like so I don't know if there's like a group of people or an established group of people who are like set. You know how like certain work environments have like cults, like HR, and you could only get through if you're part of the friend group or you're part of the, you know they have, even though everything's up for a vote, they kind of have like it in mind already who they're going to choose. Or something like that. You know what I mean? I feel like if there's an election or there's a position or something he's going up against, he's trying to earn money to run this campaign. But at the same time, whoever his opponent is, maybe they cheated him out of like winning something in the past, and they're back lurking around to like do it again. And it looks like they're trying to like fix the outcome of something, and he is like gonna like expose them, because we have the Knight of Swords and the Hierophant. Now, if he's not doing this, if this is not happening to him, meaning he's the victim, then he's the person that's doing it to somebody else, and somebody's going to be exposing him, for doing this. But it looks like somebody's like trying to cheat somebody out of like a position or something that they've won, or something that they're supposed to be like victorious about. You know what I mean? And I don't know, like I said, with him dealing in the arena of politics, me looking at the King of Swords, the 5 of Swords, the 7 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the 6 of Swords, this is like the intellectual arena. You know, the Swords energy in tarot is upper echelon, rich, refined people, and even though these are energies, it's a more refined environment that he's dealing with. So I strongly believe that this has to do with the political arena. Somebody's getting exposed. I don't know if it's gonna be him or he gonna be the one doing the exposing, but I feel like there's something going on. or like I said, coming in the near future. Isn't it election year? Is it election year? Right? Because this is 3 to 6 months. That's the near future. I don't know, because there's also a card of imprisonment here, but I took that as him doing prison reform, because there's a card of imprisonment, but then there's a victory card too, which is the 6 of Wands. So either I don't know, is he going to jail, or is he, whatever it is, it ain't he gonna get out of it. Either he's gonna get out of it, or he's helping people get out of it. I feel like it's prison reform, personally. I feel like that's going to be his tag, or what he's working with, or some type of rehabilitation, something like that. But I don't know. This is kind of, this is interesting though. Yeah, he definitely don't have time to deal with no, he definitely don't have time to be loving on nobody. Like loving energy is the least thing on his mind. But I don't feel like he trusts, I don't feel like he wants to vet women or trust women or anything like that. I feel like he likes being friends. He likes to help them out. He likes to nurture them. He likes to support them, but he doesn't think that they're dependable, or doesn't depend on them based on his mom letting him down, like I mentioned in the past. This is interesting. He's waiting for something though. I think that's him when he was waiting on some money, y'all. I feel like he was waiting on some money, or some type of contribution, and he didn't get it, but then he found another way to get some type of money or contribution coming in, because he's having money problems, but he's trying to hide it. But then you got this Page of Wands in reverse. I don't know if there was some type of mix-up, because you got the 2 of Coins. There was some type of mix-up and some type of money. I don't know if somebody gave him some false information, or if the check went to the wrong place, but he was expecting some type of money to come in, and it was like a mix-up. I don't know if it went to like a closed account, or a wrong address, or something like that, or something funny happened with the contract, but I don't feel like he got what he was supposed to be getting. You know what I mean? I don't know. He's definitely having some money problems, but he's like trying to act like everything is all good. You know what I mean? I feel like he's juggling with this 2 of Pentacles. He's juggling something pertaining to money or money making opportunities. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I feel like these cards are also saying, like, just hang in there. You know what I mean? Like, have faith. It's gonna work itself out. And then I feel like in the end, he did end up working himself out, because he found another way to get money or donations or something like that. So I don't know, maybe to run his campaign. I don't know. You guys tell me, what is his political position? Is he running for something? Is he running a campaign? Is he already established? Was there a scandal? Did he get blackballed? You guys have to let me know, because like I said, I never really heard of him. Was he an actor? I really have no idea. But this spread, I don't know. He's playing in some type of he's in some type of high powered arena. And politics totally makes sense with all that Swords energy. I don't know. You guys let me know. This is interesting. I think I might have a dream about this. I had another dream I wanted to tell y'all. Damn, did I mention it in the beginning of this video? I can't even remember. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed this spread. Please like the video or rate the video, even if you don't like the video. Let me know what you want to see next. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys on the next one.